Welcome back to Glowing Hour. Today we are drinking a raspberry
It's like
and
the
cream
pink drink.
mocktail. It's a mocktail. We're probably doing mocktails for the next 4 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Stay tuned for that.
Stay
I'm trying
tuned.
to do like a sober month. I've already thought of a few times where I'm like, probably gonna be hard not to drink, but I'm gonna try my best. No particular reason as to why.
you just want to do it.
I just want to. I mean, I've done it before. Like when I lived in Seattle, I hardly ever drank, but
not intentionally.
not intentionally. And so I just kind of want to know what that feels like, you know?
I'm into it, yeah.
So
I already lost. Went to a bachelorette party this month, so maybe not next month either.
no,
Maybe June.
it's not bad, but
It's not as bad as I was thinking it would be.
it's so sour. It's
I mean, it's
obviously
just-
the lime, but
I think the raspberry and like strawberries wouldn't have been. I don't know.
it's not bad.
It's not bad. I would have done coconut milk
Yeah.
had I known it was gonna do that. Separation.
I feel like it would
situation.
just taste better with coconut milk.
Yeah.
It would taste like more tropical-y, you know?
Yeah. Whatever. We're gonna put on the recipe that we use coconut milk. So dating etiquette. We are coming in with literally no guidance
points.
for ourselves, no talking points. We're just gonna literally, okay, I have something on my mouth. It's a raspberry. Nice. We're just gonna literally talk about things that probably have pissed us off in the past and things people should avoid in the future.
I haven't been on a date in a really long time. So for me, it's going to be like taking a quick
Jog back.
jog back to the past.
Back in time. Should I just start with one?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Off your top of your head.
Number 1. Number 1. What's up with like the no chat? Like all these guys will like slide into DMs or okay, let's start with sliding into DMs. Let's just start there. What the fuck is hi? Hello. I literally responded hi right back. No response. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you want from me?
Literally. You're coming with no energy in.
I'm giving you exactly what you gave.
I'm giving, yeah.
Okay, number 1, DMs. 2, out at a bar. Why, for the love of God, are you having your friend come tell me you think I'm cute?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so, why? And then the friend ends up being cooler than you were.
Right.
And I'm like, your friend has the balls, but also he only has the balls because he's not on the line.
That too. And I just like,
I'm like, maybe he's just using his friend as an excuse. Like, hey,
Maybe.
my friend thinks it's me.
maybe. I also think like logistically, if you're like actually having your friend go talk to somebody and you know that you're doing it because his friend's charismatic or like talkative.
It's like, dude, you're
taking your game away from you. Like,
letting that
what
girl
the
slide.
fuck? Literally. So yeah, don't do that. I mean, I was gonna say that like it's different for girls, for women, which I still think so. Like I feel like me and Logan have done that to you. But it was out of your like.
I didn't say go do it.
You didn't say go do it, or like I want.
Maybe
you to
that's
do
also the case. Guys are like, oh fuck it, dude. You just keep talking about it. I'm gonna go.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I wonder how it came off to that guy that we did it to. You know,
That's true. He might have been like,
she's immature or whatever. You know.
Which like at the time, the reason I didn't go up to him is because I would like really didn't want to go on a date in general. Like it was fun.
Yeah.
It was cheeky. I was like, but like I genuinely wasn't looking for anything. So for me, like
It was more of like us pushing Sam to like go for it.
Yeah, but maybe those guys, I feel like those guys aren't like that. Like the guys they genuinely are like, I can marry this girl or something. I'm not saying that about myself. I'm so sorry. That sounded like a lot. But just in general, they're like, I really like that girl. But I'm too scared. And at the bachelorette party, there was quite a few people I hadn't met before, like because it's my sister's like friends and group. And they said I look scary.
I mean, yeah, dude, you're fucking tall. You definitely give like RBF.
I full blown give RBF.
You do not look approachable.
So like for me, it's an honor when a guy has the balls to come up to me. Then
it's like he
looked past all that.
He looked past all of these barriers
to entry.
Yes. He said, "Fuck all of the walls. I'm jumping them," and
that's
that
hot.
is That's honorable. Hot. Yeah.
Even if you look like the bubbliest, most nice, most approachable, and a guy comes up to you and says something, that's hot. Like, even if he's not, you know what I mean?
It's giving hot energy because
it said he's
confident enough.
Can put himself on the line.
Yeah. Vulnerable enough, confident enough to do that.
Just green flags. Green flags all around. I won't even get into some man in my DM's really upset about it.
Going back to what you said about the chat, that is so annoying to me. I also feel like, I mean, I get why it's happening and why, like, we're all so fucking comfortable to just be like, hi, how are you? But it's more of like, because we don't have like real in-person experiences all that much anymore. And so I get it, but I'm like, do you really want to start a conversation like that? You know, like,
it's also just like, I'm not getting to know anything about you.
In that first, that's why I feel like people need to take dating or like being on dating apps seriously in the way where like you need to take this like as like a job interview. Like, you're supposed to make a first impression really, really strong. That's not giving me anything, hun.
Yeah, like, just don't give me nothing. Like, I get it, some people don't have like flirt, they don't, whatever, that's fine, but just don't hit me with like something boring like, hey, how are you? I'm like, come on, there's context, there's so much context I'm giving you here. Just be like, I've been to Vegas before. It was fun. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, just
literally
something.
Give me anything from, like, I think, like, your fucking looks will only take you so fucking far. You might be hot, but if you got nothing
else to offer.
Nothing else to offer, what am I supposed to go off? Like, you also, like, within dating apps, you have, like, they give you, like, obviously some people prompts. Just don't fucking put anything. Yeah. But, like, they give you prompts. They also, like, you have photos where, like, there's shit happening in the background, or, like, I don't know, just, like, get fucking creative. Or even if, like, it has nothing to do with the person, like, ask them about something fucking random.
What'd you think of,
like, I don't know,
the summertime, like, what's your favorite summertime drink? I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, literally. Like, what drama are you most invested into right now? Like, out of, you know what I mean? What? I don't like something like pop culture. And, like, if somebody asked me that, or, like, if I asked somebody that and they were like, what? Like, I don't care about drama, like, blah, 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 or, like, I'm not into pop culture. I'd be like, okay, then you're not the one for me. You know, like, there's nothing to... I need to be
into some degree of pop culture. That's a way to weed them out.
Yeah. So it's just, like, I think it's just coming in strong with that.
Great conversation starter. Because then you go, what's your opinion on it?
Literally.
You know what I mean? That's a good one.
I don't know.
I'm like, so Love Island, who was your favorite couple?
Who's your favorite couple? First question. Do you watch Love Island?
Literally, I have that on my profile. No one has asked me maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's right.
Off your prompts?
There's, like, one guy who has asked me about my 2 truths and a lie prompts. Mm-hmm. That's it. Which, poor guy. He gave me his number and I was like, Yeah. I was like, I don't want to. So, see, like, sometimes it just doesn't work out even if you got good chat. But, like...
But you gotta try. Like, it gives you an extra moment.
It did.
You know?
It did. And the guys in DM, like, just... Girls' expectations are... It's not even expectations, but girls... It is expectations, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... It's, like, bare minimum. Mm-hmm. Be interesting. Like, girls aren't just here to be fucking arm candy no more. Like, we want someone who's going to actually help us grow as a person.
Or entertain us.
Or be entertaining, yes. Like, literally, all I'm looking for right now, dating-wise, is, like, someone who is fun. Genuinely fun to hang out with. Has good chat. Doesn't piss me off. Mm-hmm. And plans dates. Or, like, hangouts. Like, I'm not saying we have to go to fucking, like, Disneyland or, like, go fly somewhere or anything. Yeah. Right. Like, we'll go no, just, like, let's go have a drink on the beach on a Wednesday night or some random shit. Like, boom. Yeah. So hard. Because they just want to cut to it. Yeah. Either cut to a relationship where I don't have to try, or cut to the sex. Yeah. And it's like, you're gross.
And, like, Logan has a term for it, because I guess there is a term for it, but, like, people who don't have any, like, sexual relations without, like, having an emotional connection at all, or, like, I forgot what it's called, because we were talking
like
to Nicole.
Hookup culture, though.
Yeah. We were talking to Nicole on the phone, and...
Nicole is Logan's sister.
Yeah. And she was like, maybe you're blah, blah, blah. Melissa's that. And I was like, I'm what? Excuse me? And she's like, oh, it's when, like, you don't feel like you can have, like, sex with people without having, like, an emotional or, like, just something to go off of. Like, because I personally can't see, like, I can't even like fathom people having sex just to have sex. Like, it's so hard for me. I feel like I was part of like hookup culture, but it was not to the like, I think
like one night stand,
like, because like I feel like some people like either they're just like a little bit hot or like they're okay so I can have sex with them. Like, I could not do that. Like, I think you need to be like giving me something, you know. I'm not a talker during sex or anything, but it's more of like
you mean like prior,
like, are you funny? Do I think you're like charming? Like, I think for me that's how I always got fucking stuck in cycles. But
charming men,
the charmingness, yeah. Ugh. That is what really carried them through, for real.
Charming it scares me.
It's
when
a
men
trap.
Are charming, to be honest.
Literally,
like,
it's giving narcissist.
You're a little too good at that.
Yeah,
a little too good at that.
It's usually the bad ones who are super charming.
Yeah. Where'd the chat go? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, literally last weekend. I'm so sorry if he's listening, but I'm also not. I matched with his bartender, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so he adds me on Instagram. I'm drunk. I'm pouring shots for my friends, and they're obviously poured really bad and uneven, yes. And so I sent it to him thinking I was being so cute to start a conversation, and I said, I'm bartender tonight. What do you think? Or something like that. And he has the audacity to just hit me with, like, looks good. I was like,
Maybe he just, like, didn't get it.
So I think I hit him with, like, I don't know what I hit him with, but then he goes, guess you didn't catch my sarcasm. And I was like, guess you didn't catch mine. Like, now we're fighting. Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? It was funny. It started off funny, and now I'm mad at you. And then I just left at that. And then, also, like, then he proceeds to like my stories, like selfies, and I'm like...
like, what for?
I'm like, you're grinding my gear. Now you're
digging at it.
Yeah.
Learn to have a conversation. It just is what it is, you know?
Which, like, to be fair, I don't think he's in any sort of place to, like... genuinely be pursuing anyone, so I'm like, maybe that's why you're being a dick. Like,
maybe,
but fuck you. Like, stop liking my shit then.
Yeah,
go away.
But I think like that's a different conversation of like maybe he's trying to keep an option open.
What about like day of, or like, oh, let's say like setting a date, you know what I mean? It's been a problem of mine.
It's a big problem over there.
Have you had any like
yeah, definitely
flakes?
I've had flakes, and I think at that time too, like even with friends, I used to get so motherfucking angry
when they'd flake on you?
They would flake on me. It's just like, for me, it's such a diss where like you're really not being considerate of somebody's time and somebody's like efforts into like not necessarily putting like a pause to their life, but like they're taking time out of their life and their normal schedules to like spend time with you. And if you're not even having the courtesy to say, hey, plans changed, or like I am just not a person who likes like aloof plans of like we should hang out next week. Like we should hang out next week. I'm like, what? When
I would need to put it in the calendar.
So that definitely has happened to me where like I've been really excited and looking forward to the like let's see each other next week, and then like next week comes along and sometimes low-key like I get so wrapped up into my own life that like then it's Friday and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see them. They didn't even fucking text me. They didn't have the fucking, like, I guess they don't care.
But also, like, you didn't text them either.
Yeah, but, like, they're the ones who said next week. Tell me when next week, motherfucker. You know?
It's so hard because, like, I don't know. I think genuinely there are people who aren't planning type people. So, okay. Right? So maybe, like, we give some grace. But, like, obviously if I'm going to be in a relationship with you or even a fucking... friends with benefits with you or whatever the fuck, like you gotta meet in the middle. We gotta if I need a plan every once in a while, you gotta come through with a plan. Like, I'm cool for spontaneity and all that shit, but we just don't work like that.
I think like spontaneity is like great.
It's definitely not first date great.
It's not first date great. And also like that's more so when you've been seeing each other for a little bit, or like I don't know, you just know each other's like routine enough to like, oh, maybe like I'm just gonna
maybe they're free tonight.
Yeah. But if otherwise it's giving like just booty call.
Yeah.
If you are a person who likes plans like that and somebody isn't doing it and has a record of not doing it, it just means they're probably not like the right type of person.
As interested either.
Or as interested. Or maybe they are, but like even just like if they are really interested, but they're just not a person who likes to plan ahead like that, that just like in the future, like
that's going to be
probably not going to work out.
Yeah. Need some plans. The follow up to that. We set a maybe like semi in place plan. Like it's Monday and we said, hey, Friday, we're both free. Let's do something Friday night. Okay. We've both agreed we're going to set aside time Friday night to hang out, but we didn't say like what we're doing exactly. Tuesday. Maybe we said we're going to grab dinner and drinks. I'll meet at your place. Normal. And then it's fucking Thursday night. You've heard nothing. Well, there's no date. There's no date.
No.
There's no date.
I don't know if we're like crazy because I'm like, give me a 24-hour notice at the very minimum.
I don't think so because it's like, I like to have my day planned for the day before. So let's say like, whether you're a busy person or not, if you have shit to do Friday and you can make your own life easier by setting aside certain things so that you can go, like, it's just like all about time and prioritizing things that you want to get done. Mm-hmm. So if we're for sure going on a date, maybe I will act accordingly and do things differently on my Friday.
Right.
So come Friday morning, you still haven't texted me? What am I supposed to make of that?
You know what that's giving me? It's like, you're not fully adulting. You're not knowing how to manage your time.
Yeah.
Clearly don't have enough time for me or to like be
even communicating.
So it's just like not going to work. It just doesn't feel aligned.
And if you're going to text me, not like 4 hours before the date, let's say, like 4 hours before we like tentatively said that we would hang out with no actual plan, like no, like this is the time we're meeting, the address, the place we're eating at, right? If you text me just, hey, I'm exhausted. The lack of communication has actually been exhausting because we're not sitting there like, I mean, that's the thing is like, maybe I need to be better at just being like, yeah, I've already accepted, like, we're not going on a date. But like, it's I still can't believe he hasn't texted me. You know, like, it's just like the shock in your own head of revisiting that shit. When in reality, I probably should have just texted him and been like, hey, you haven't texted me, so let's just reschedule. Mm-hmm. But I don't even want to reschedule. I just don't want to see you anymore.
It's just it's ick at this point.
Ick, yes.
Would it be different for you if it was like on the opposite spectrum of that, where the person's like all full blown in one time is like, hey, I'd like to take you out on Friday night at 8 p.m. We're gonna go here. Uh-huh. Would you like to meet up at the restaurant or pick you up? Mm-hmm. And then let's say you said meet at the restaurant, right? And he's like, okay, cool, see you there. And then he like literally sends you a calendar invite, and you guys don't talk about it though the entire week.
Calendar invite, wow.
Would you still go? Like, it's scheduled. He clearly has it in his like calendar.
I would go, but I would still text him probably like Thursday night and be like, hey, still on for tomorrow,
it's
right?
It's more like courtesy of like, hey, excited to meet you tomorrow.
Right.
Or, hey, are we still on? I'd like to,
and I think it's like a mutual responsibility at that point.
At that point.
He made a fucking calendar invite. Like, whoa.
You should probably text him, right?
I think I could send a text following up and say, hey, we're still on for tomorrow, right? Because I don't want to show up and be stood up. And then be like, I can't anymore.
Yeah.
Which, like, it's still on them to let you know that you can't. But, you know.
Yeah.
Takes two to fucking...
But I feel like somebody who would make a calendar invite probably isn't gonna no-show. You know what I mean?
Right. Maybe. Or maybe they're just putting up a facade. They're like,
not yet. Shut up to your anxiety right now.
Shut up, triggers.
Okay, all of these things have been like prior. What is like the etiquette on the date? And I'm
haven't even gotten there.
And I was gonna say, I'm not even talking about like opening the door
like
for
who
me
pays
or who pays, which like maybe we can get into that too. Like, okay, whatever. First question, who pays? I personally,
the person who asked the person on a date.
Yeah.
Who invited you on a date.
If it was you
should probably pay.
Do you ever like ask to pay or split it?
Listen.
Is that courtesy?
On a first date, I think you should just kind of be like, do you want to split it? And then their response from there.
It's a test.
It is like a little bit of a test. Like, if they're like, okay. It's not even like, oh, fuck you, you're a shitty person. It's just like, I see where we're at financially. I see where we're at. Maybe not even financially, but just like what you expect in the relationship.
Like equalness,
which like, I personally like to be a little bit like, I got chewed.
Yeah.
A little bit, I got chewed.
A little bit like you
a little bit
gonna take care of me.
A little bit spoiled.
And that's fine for people. Some people are different. Some
Right.
people like want the equalness. And I feel like men, just like, I think I've heard it a couple times where like they're like, I usually ask because I don't want them to be offended. I'm like,
if you want to split it, they
yeah,
ask. Oh, but then I feel obligated.
Right.
Once you've asked.
But I also feel like, I think it's just so like nuanced. I don't know. And I just feel like, I think it's just better to expect that if you're the one who asked,
just
you should be paying.
Yeah.
Or like, don't make it such a big date.
Right. Just bring drinks to the beach and
or go to
all
coffee,
you're doing is that,
go to like a quick like burger lunch. Right. You know, just something chill.
Yeah.
Don't put the expectations so high, because then if you can't pay for it, you're gonna look a little silly.
Yeah. I do see the nuance of it all, like, you know,
because I have heard like women say like, why would they think that I can't like do? I'm like,
see,
girl, you're giving.
I'm not there.
Not girl boss, but what's like the
extra feminist, like, so
like when we were talking about like the soft girl era, but like the other side, like in her bag.
Yeah.
It's just like,
it's
too
giving
much.
Like, just let it be a little bit.
Let yourself get taken care of.
One more thing on that. I feel like I did get the ick one time because it was like I ordered one drink at the bar and he ordered one drink and he asked if we wanted to split. And
split your drink?
Split like the bill.
Oh.
So like I pay for my own drink basically. And I was like, I mean, yeah, like that's fine, but like, I don't know. I was just like, can't get me one drink? Like guys will go out and get drunk and buy a girl like 3 drinks at the bar. Yeah. Like strange girls.
It's weird.
You know what I mean? I was
like, that would give me the ick.
This is personal, right?
It's a personal decision.
But like, whatever.
Preference.
Go off. Anyways, so on the date, I feel like most of my dating etiquette is like leading up to the date.
I think on the date, I think one of the bigger things for me is like, sure, it's a get to know everybody situation. Like each person gets to know each other.
Yes. Asking questions and answering.
But I definitely like can't stand when people talk over me or like don't give me an option to discuss anything about myself. Like, be self-aware enough to maybe ask questions. If you're just constantly talking about yourself, like, it could be out of nervousness. It could be out of, like, I genuinely want to, like, put it all on the table and see, like, what happens.
No.
A little bit scary, but...
that's a lot.
That's a lot. But, like, it's a two-way conversation.
It's like,
remember that.
Like, just shut up for a second. Let the nerves tighten up.
And addition to that, if you're on the opposite end where, like, you're not saying shit and it's like I'm pulling teeth, I'm already a shy person. I don't really define myself as shy anymore, but like I'm more of a reserved person with like my energy, and so if I'm already like pulling teeth, you're doing too much.
Not enough.
Yeah. Not enough.
That's fair. And I feel like if you were to be on the end where someone was talking too much, there could maybe be like a polite way to be like, listen, you're like taking over the conversation. Like, I don't know what it is, but maybe like,
and maybe that's because I haven't like had dating experiences as a full grown adult.
Yeah.
But like, I think like back then I would just like let them shut down and just shut down and like wait for the date to end, or like when there's an opportunity to leave, I'll be like, oh, I think I have to go now.
For real. Yeah, no, I feel that.
But I think maybe now is.
But you might have just known it wasn't it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I would give them a benefit of the doubt.
What would you do? Like, I feel like I'm not that confrontational.
I would be like, oh my God, I feel like I know so much about you. Like,
a slight dig.
Like, and you know nothing about me. Like, you know, and just, if they don't take that as bait to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you're so right. Because I could see myself being called out like that. Like, I get nervous and then I just talk. I think I am aware enough because I have caught myself like answering someone's questions, and I'm like on the 3rd question, I'll be like, you need to ask a question. So then I ask a question. But I could see myself like if someone gets annoyed after 2 questions and I answer a 3rd, them being like, or whatever. So I could see myself taking the bait and being like, thank you for that. Like, thank you for catching me.
Right.
So like the right person, I think, will take it well, and the wrong person will be like, oh, sorry, like I didn't mean to just talk all about myself if you want to talk about yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, gotta go. What else? I mean, I think there's like the obvious that we're not like, be a good person, be nice to people. That's just,
yeah, please don't, like, if you're going out to like
at people,
if you're going out to a restaurant, a bar, anywhere where there's like service to you, do not be a fucking dick to your waitresses, your servers. If you want to impress,
stack the dishes. Stack the dishes Oh, that gets me.
It reminds me of that guy who like pretends to be different people on TikTok.
No. Oh, and
he's like either does like a teacher or like a substitute or the front office, the front
desk. Yeah.
He did one where he's like, no, I've been a server before. Like, it's just so nice. It's like complimentary to just like do like I stack dishes because I used to be in their position. Like,
just selling it way too hard.
And I feel like I'm that person. I don't say it so hard, but I'm just like, it definitely is like something that clicks for me because like if you have been in like the service industry, it's just like a thing. Like, it's so much easier for them. You're not having to like pull through people.
And it's not like you're really like, as the person being served, it's not like you're fucking, it's like, I'm doing their job. It's like, no, what are you're really not doing that much, babe. Like, you're just stacking plates. No one's asking you to carry them to the back, are they?
And wash them.
Like, chill out.
If anything, like, you're clearing up this space that you have just like a direct view to your date. Like, that's what it is for me. Like, I don't want to see a clutter.
Only if you're going to dinner though. Like, don't be weird and like stack cups at the bar.
Like, he's putting a martini glass on top of his like beer glass.
He puts the beer in. He's like, oh, I was done with that. It was like, okay, babe, you're really nice.
I think another etiquette is don't get too drunk if you're going to a bar.
Dear God, don't. I don't want to take care of you on the first date.
Don't want to take care of you. I also think like it really muddles shit to know whether or not this was like a genuine connection.
True.
It's fine to have a drink, even maybe like a couple shots. I knew you were gonna start laughing.
A couple shots.
I was gonna say like a shot, like maybe like celebratory, whatever. Like, but like simmer it down. Allow yourself to be loose, but not like loose.
Not loose to where you forgot everything that happened.
Or where you might make a weird decision, you know, where you're like gonna sleep with somebody that you don't want to. Just shit like that. I feel like
it alters your state of mind. So.
I also think they're not getting to know the real you, but like the day-to-day you. Mm-hmm. Like they're getting to know someone who is on like such a different vibration or like high, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I feel like alcohol just really like makes things different.
I feel like also if you don't drink or if like I will say I have gotten a little nervous like on apps if someone's sober. Like if I match with someone that's sober, I'm like, I wonder what that means for them. Like if because they see that I drink. And I'm like, I wonder what occasional means to them as it means to me. Like if we have the same definition of occasional. Yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting thought. I've never, like, been like, oh, I'm not going to go out with that person. But it just makes me curious, like, what does sober living look like to you? Like, do you, like, dislike being around people who drink? Because that's all of my friends. Or is it just kind of like a personal choice that you were like, I'm not going to do it anymore?
I feel like with our generation, it's a lot more common. I feel like it's getting more and more common where people are just, like, deciding to be sober, at least from alcohol specifically.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And, like, it's just something that people don't really like doing anymore. And so I think we all need to get comfortable with the idea of like somebody could just still want to party and be around the function without alcohol involved.
Yeah.
I think part of us are so like in the millennial era where it feels like if you're sober, you're just like out.
Not fun.
Which is like not true.
It's not true, especially because the mindset is different. I think before it was like when people were sober, it was like not necessarily not by choice, but just like
an addiction situation.
Or well, that, but just like, oh, I can't drink tonight because I'm on antibiotics. So, like, they're kind of a party pooper the whole night. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just whatever.
That felt very specific.
No, it wasn't. But, like, I'm just trying to think of reasons why
I'm on antibiotics currently, girl.
Oh, you are? No. But, like, drinking mocktails. But it's definitely just different. I don't know. No, I feel not even dating etiquette, but... Side topic.
Don't get drunk. Too drunk.
Don't make assumptions. Like, don't make outward assumptions about the person.
Oh, absolutely.
You're on a date with. Like, don't be like, you seem like the type. Don't start a sentence like that. Do not.
I've said this before, I think, on the podcast, but like, I'm so over, like, maybe it's just because like I don't really like that banter, but I just feel like it's not productive.
Zodiac?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I would like to know that.
No. I'll tell you after.
More of like, I don't like the banter of like cutesy mean to somebody. Like, we're not in fucking third grade. Like, grow the fuck up. You know? Like, I just think it's not productive. I think you can still have that type of banter without being like
mean,
assumption oriented or like mean to somebody. You know?
I'm trying to think. Because like, I don't mind joking.
Yeah.
I don't mind joking, but
you see how I'm saying, like, it could be taken a little
It could be taken too far for sure. I don't know where that line is, like, joking-wise. Like, I can't even think of an example. But, like, it's there. Like, I'm okay with, like, poking a little fun at each other, like, nice shorts. I don't know.
That's funny that you said that, 'cause in my head I was thinking like, let's say a guy is wearing like white pants,
Not the white
right? And you're like somebody says like some jokey shit about how, you know, like nice pants, whatever the fuck, and then they're like, it's probably because you're like a fuck boy who's like on a yacht all the time or some shit. It's just like, okay,
That was so specific too.
I know it's specific, but that just literally is not a real thing that I have ever thought or have experienced or like
It just
heard
that's what
from.
came out.
It's just what came out, but
Yeah.
it's just like
what did we do from there?
like what does that give me to go off of?
Maybe more like, okay, you specifically, you get Ariana Grande a lot. I know. We're moving on from that.
Moving on.
But like, if someone was to just be like, I don't know, but this is like friend thing. But like, let's say someone's trying to get at you, you're talking, and then they're like, the first time they've met you, you had like a ponytail like Ariana Grande or something, and they were to be like, where's the ponytail? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it's like not harmful,
That's not harmful,
but it's also just like, okay, like, shut
like
up.
I think it's like small, like cute things. Like if they're like fucking clumsy and they like spill their drink, it's just like
not again.
It's like not again, like something cute like that. But I feel like digging at somebody's like initial, like what they're presenting themselves as. If you don't like it, just don't fucking say it. You know?
Yeah, that's like a later conversation you have with them. Like, babe, I really don't like that you wear ripped
I like.
jeans.
I'm so glad that in my
You
first
stopped
date,
wearing
I
those.
like really got over the white jeans. But like, let's never wear those again.
Exactly. Especially first date. It's just not the place to be joking around like
I'm like,
that.
men etiquette. Just like, don't wear white jeans
Or ripped jeans.
or ripped ones. We're over that.
Tight jeans, either.
The skinny jeans are gone. Let's please remove those.
There's a lot there. Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I was going to say, what did I say I was going to? Oh, zodiac signs. I was going to say, don't be like, oh, you're one of those girls. Like, just don't do that. Don't.
Just be polite and say, I don't really believe in that, but I think I'm whatever. Or don't even say like, I just don't think I really like believe in it.
Yeah.
That's cool that you do though. Maybe you could tell me more about it.
Or like, it's kind of like if a guy was to be like, oh, I really love raves. I'd be like, not my thing.
Not my thing.
Not my thing.
Like
So
maybe something to really consider, but like I'm still maybe gonna get to know you.
Probably not.
Because we're on this date.
Right. I'm like, the date's,
For the rest of the day.
date's mentally over, but we will continue speaking. Raves is a deal breaker for me. I don't know why. I just can't.
No, I feel that. And if that's your deal breaker, where like if a girl believes or if you're
Believes in zodiac signs.
Yeah.
Okay, then. You
Your
probably
date
should have
believes in
asked a
that.
long time ago.
actually,
Like,
if it's
why are
on
we
your
on a
fucking
first date?
profile, like what? Anyway,
Be for real.
be fucking for real.
Post date etiquette. If you're dropping her off,
Oh.
wait for her to get inside.
Oh, absolutely.
Or them.
Anybody.
Yeah, if you're the one dropping off, you wait for that person to get inside.
Yeah.
There's just no jokes about it. I don't care if it's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're waiting.
I think it's also like etiquette to like, even if you didn't enjoy necessarily the day, or like
You just say thank you.
you say thank you
a
for
date.
like thank you for spending time with me today. That's it. You don't have to say it was nice. Just say thank you for
Don't
spending
even
time.
say, good to see you again. No,
No, you say it was really good to meet you.
It was really nice meeting you. I hope you have a great rest of your night or day or
Yeah, whatever it
weekend,
is.
Whatever.
If you do want to continue the date, I would
Continue the date.
or
Go on another date.
Go on another date.
Okay, I was like,
gonna say
continue.
the date. Continue the date. You could say like, hey, I really am like liking my time with you.
Do you want to do something
Do you want
else?
to do something else? Do you want to go grab some tacos? Do you want to do whatever, you know?
Don't say let's go back to my place unless you're getting those vibes and it's very clear. Like,
I wouldn't lead with that though.
I wouldn't
you know?
lead with you want to go back to my place. It would be
No.
like, so I'm having a good time. Do you want to keep hanging out?
I think more
See where
often
the
than
vibe
not,
goes?
yeah, more often than not, if you're like continuing the date, that shows them that you have interest versus like rushing to just.
Because honestly, I'd be down to go to someone's place and not get there. Like, just be like, I don't feel like spending $80 on 4 more cocktails.
Yeah.
We could just grab some drinks and hang out. I don't know. Depending, it really
It's
depends.
very, like,
nuance.
Yeah, situational. If you're like the date's ending, you got to go to bed or whatever.
Right.
And you want to go on a second date or like continue on dating them, I would let them know like I would really like to see you again. You know,
are you free next week?
Are you free
I'm
next
these
week?
days.
Or like I will, I'll text you maybe like tomorrow or the following day, see
Yeah.
what your schedule's looking like.
Yeah, especially if it's like midnight.
Yeah.
Let them sleep.
Let them sleep.
We'll wait till tomorrow. Text
But
you
I
in
would,
the morning.
yeah, the etiquette is to let them know how you're feeling and not let the date leave with like so much ambiguity, I would say. I feel like it's nice to know
that they enjoyed the date or didn't.
what do you feel like if you like didn't like the person, you should just kind of tell them? Like if they okay, let's say this person does want to have a date with you.
Okay.
Another one. But you're not feeling it.
Okay.
Would you like let it be and then tell them via text, or do you think it's nice to be like, honestly, I just don't really feel like we matched in that way. I really appreciated my time with you, but
I would say that.
Yeah.
I would do the second. I feel unless they didn't text me, I'd be like, all right, cool. It's a ghost. It's a wash.
But would you tell them in person or would you text them about it? Like right then and there, like they're like, let's go on a second date.
Oh, I'd tell them right then and there. I'm not going on another date.
No, but I'm saying like, would you wait to text them that later? You're more of a confrontation. Let's say it now.
No, I would text them about. I wouldn't after the date ends be like, yeah, so that's a no.
Well, no, I'm saying like they said like on like because we're saying etiquette
on the date.
They're like, hey, let's go on another date. Do you tell them then, or do you tell them via text? I think for your safety, maybe via text.
Yeah, for safety reasons, I'd be like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Like, I just wouldn't say much.
Yeah.
And then if they were to text me, like, I had so much fun, again, would love to go on a second date, I'd be like, honestly, after giving it some thought, I just don't think we're matched.
Yeah.
What's the etiquette on, like, I think people need to have the conversation of how many people they're sleeping with. It doesn't need to be like, I'm sleeping with 3 other people. But, like, it needs to be like, look, I'm not exclusive, or like I'm not talking to people right now, but I'm very open to meeting people, or I'm honestly just really interested in you right now.
This with, but like long-term, like dating?
Like if we've gone on like 3 or 4 dates at this point, I'd be like, okay, so where are you at? Like, are you talking to other people? Like, I just want to make sure we're on the same page, because you don't, even if you're like talking to other people, you don't want them to turn around and be like, I've been only talking to you. Just
it could become a double-edged sword really quick.
Clear the air. Just be like, this is what I'm doing.
I think it's a very like adult thing to do, to just be like, hey, I just want to see where we're at. I'm still seeing people where I'm not seeing other people. I'm kind of more looking for something serious, or like something not necessarily like a
casual,
exclusive like that, but like, I mean, it could go either way, but like what I'm saying is like, you could be like, I'm not necessarily looking for a boyfriend, but I'm looking for some more exclusivity with my dating. Or you can be on the other end where like, I'm just looking to be more explorative with my options.
Yeah.
And I'm letting you know that I'm going to continue to date other people.
Right.
And I'm seeing other people. Yeah. I'm open to seeing other people.
Yeah, I think that's the etiquette for like.
And however you take that, then that's.
Yeah, then you just ride with their response. I feel like that's probably the last thing before it's like, all right, now you're defining the relationship with that person.
Yeah. And that's either like a situationship or whatever. But this is like, I think like having this like clear communication and like boundaries of like, I'm going to let them know this and I want them to let me know this, so that we don't get any confusion.
Or also just being like, listen, if you have sex with someone without protection and then we have a date planned, you better tell me, or like say like, I don't know. What is the etiquette on that?
I think the etiquette is don't have sex.
But what if you're there, okay, so let's say you had sex and I'm like, oh my God, let's basically have sex or whatever. And you're kind of like, I don't want to have to be like, oh, listen, I had unprotected sex last week. You just say it. You just fucking.
I mean, I think I'd just be like, I don't think that like I want to do that today. Like.
You would kind of lie. Kind of.
I mean, not lying, but like am I in the process of getting tested, or like what's going on? Because like I don't want to. I'm not irresponsible.
You haven't. No, I'm not irresponsible.
In this situation, I want to let you know that I would get tested already, probably.
Well, let's just say you're either waiting for your results or your appointment is coming up. You know what I mean? Like maybe it was the night before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I would probably say like
I'm waiting for some tests.
I'm waiting on some tests. I definitely want both of us to be safe. So like,
let's not go there tonight.
I mean, if I heard that, I'd be like, oh.
I know, it's like there's no winning.
But I think being like transparent, I mean, not fully transparent, but just being like,
so this is what we did.
I mean, maybe like, I don't know, I would, after hearing that, I wouldn't be like, what do you think you have? Like, you know, but maybe some people would. But like, I would just, if they said like, let's maybe not go there, I feel like I would take that as super considerate and being like, wow, thank you for telling me.
No, I would. I just feel like in that moment I would be embarrassed. I'd be like, I was so hot and bothered, and now you're like, this whole time you knew we weren't gonna have sex because you knew, like, you let me get to that point. What's wrong with you?
But then also like, what is he supposed to text you saying like, hey, maybe we should reschedule our date because I'm getting tested tomorrow? That'd be even weirder, no?
Yeah. Unless we're both like, we're fucking tonight. Like,
I feel like it's also depending on the nature of like what you want from this person. Like if you're dating to get to know each other and not just fuck, then I think it's fine to just have a date.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
But if your thing is to hook up with this person,
definitely reschedule.
Then reschedule. But
that's my thing. This would be the first scenario. Like, you like this person, you're interested in them, and then to hear like, oh, I had unprotected sex. I'd be
be like, I didn't even know you were seeing other people.
Like, oh, that's so crazy. Me too.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah, I just went to the doctor this morning. You're right. Let's be safe. No, but it would just be kind of like a little shot to the heart.
It would.
And even if they were dishonest, not dishonest, but like, we're like, maybe not tonight, I'd still be like, what's wrong with me?
Really though, that's how you would feel?
If they were like, it depends. Like, how far did they let it go before they were like, maybe not tonight? I'm
okay,
like,
no. Okay, well, like, I feel like the way that you're, like, what are y'all doing to the point where you're so fucking hot and bothered and you're thinking that you're gonna have sex? Like, I'm thinking that we're just having a date, and yeah, maybe there's sexual attraction there. We're like being chatty and what do they use in
Ba'a.
No, cheeky. They're being cheeky.
Cheeky.
But like, I wouldn't necessarily my brain going like we're having sex tonight. Me personally.
No, we're already like in process of acts.
Why the fuck would that be happening? Then that person's being really fucking trifling.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, then that's on them. That's giving irresponsible to me.
So period. Us making out in their bed, let's say, is the scenario I'm thinking, and then they go, maybe not tonight.
I think that's fine. I think that's respectful also.
No, I think all of the above is fine. Like, I'm not saying it's bad on them to do anything.
if y'all were doing like some fucking heavy petting and shit, then maybe I'd be like, then why did you do that?
Yeah, at that point, I'd really be like, what? I'd be like, I'm sorry, why didn't you cut this off like 20 minutes ago? You should have stopped. Oh, that would drive me nuts, actually. That would absolutely drive me nuts.
I'd be like, you're weird.
I'm gonna go home then. Like, this was upsetting. I guess at what point would they say I don't want to have, like, why else would they say I don't want to have sex if there was no premise that we were going to? Like, it would have to be at least making out in their bed, right? Or a bed or whatever.
Yeah. Or, like, even if he's like, yeah, you're right. It'd be, like, some makeout, some right. Physical intimacy in some form.
Before saying, like, yeah, but, like, I don't want to go there tonight. It depends on how they say it. Because, like, if they were to just be like, not tonight, I don't want to, or something, I don't know. I'd be like, okay, whatever. But if they were to be like, yeah, not tonight, like, kind of like put it on me or something and be like,
yeah, it's the delivery.
Yeah, work on the delivery. Be okay with the delivery, people. Okay. I think there's a lot to be said about the things people are doing wrong these days when it comes to courting.
I think just be open, honest, and
funny.
Work on the delivery of, like, being kind. I
think
that's it. Yeah, I have no other etiquette thing. I'm sure there's so many that we can, like, maybe this could be like a part 2 situation because we went over like the basics.
Don't hit me with, when am I gonna see you again? Shut up. Just make a plan. When am I gonna see you again is giving, like, you want me to come up with something. Or like what if I was to text you, when am I gonna see you again? You'd be like, when are you free?
Yeah.
You're like,
I don't like the back and forth of, like, I know I'm gonna have to say it, when are you free? And then he's gonna say,
yeah,
or they're gonna say, I'm free,
this day
and this day. I'm like, okay, well, I'm free this day and this day. It's just like, more be like, hey, I'm free these days at these times. Like, what works for you? Or like, hey, even just like come up with a day. Are you like, can I see you again on Friday? If she says, actually, I'm busy, but then it could be like, but Saturday works.
Mm-hmm.
It's quicker. It's just more efficient. There's like, yeah, that shit would bother me too.
Like, when am I going to see you again?
Maybe we're just picky.
No, I think there's a TikTok trend going around about it. Everyone's upset.
Everyone doesn't like it.
Everyone's mad.
Yeah.
So just, like, do better.
Just do better.
Just do better, be better, be honest. And if you guys have any input on things we've missed, throw them down in the comments.
Throw them down. Maybe we'll just do a part 2 and talk about them more.
Yeah, we'll talk about everything you guys comment in another one. But for now, take our advice.
It's a good start,
I guess. Hopefully it's helpful. Mostly women on here, but send to your male friends.
Yeah.
Or
maybe you need them too. I don't know.
Honestly, maybe. So we'll see you guys next week. No idea what we're talking about. Bye.
Bye.